G'day traders, mindset reset. We're on the back side of the week. Today we're going to answer some questions. It's been a while since I've been on here. We're going to talk about a few topics to hopefully give everybody a chance to reflect on their own trading, their own mindset. That's this segment. Again, what it's focused on is mindset, trader's mindset. First thing I want to talk about is a friend of mine in Perth. He was a shoulder specialist, shoulder orthopedic surgeon, but he specialized in shoulders. And the only thing that he did was shoulders. Now, a lot of traders trade all kinds of different models. One of the things that I've emphasized to traders is to focus on one or two specific setups, master those setups, get really good at hunting them, being patient, sitting on your hands, but understanding the importance of scaling them up in size. So what does that have to do with shoulders? So my friend, the shoulder specialist, all he did was shoulders. He didn't do anything else. There's type 1, type 2, type 3 acromions. For traders or for anybody out there who's had shoulder separation problems, acromions are related to that in the shape of the socket joint in the shoulder. Now, his whole approach was that he loved shoulders, and that's all that he ever wanted to do was specialize in shoulders. And so he only did shoulders. People would come to him with knees, ankles, wrist, hips, all these other things, and he would refer them out. He'd say, I only do shoulders. And of course, you couldn't get in to see him for 6 months because he became the shoulder specialist. I have traders all the time emailing me stuff about different systems they developed and that I should do this and I should do that. And I want to emphasize to traders, my whole approach is simplification. I focus on, I mainly like to specialize in shorting. I look for shorting opportunities. I love to short stuff. I love monkey hammers. I love session opportunities, all in from high day to low day opportunities, and I'll take nail and bails. And I've talked about indexes. I'm long biased indexes. And one of the things that I don't want to do is try to counter trend a market just because it's up high. And as I have explained to traders, I'm looking for shorting opportunities on indexes when they blow off or when we get a backside opportunity when we're going to wipe out a day or maybe even a week, and they always inevitably do come. Which brings us to currencies. Now, one of the things about currencies is that often a lot of the large moves may happen in Asia, as we saw on some of the Asian cross pairs. We may see them in London. It's not all that common that we'll get them in the US session, and often if we do get them in the US session, there will be other opportunities sometimes on the metals or on one of the US indexes that I may choose over a currency. My point is this: if you specialize in certain setups, there's enough opportunities, and I'm going to be doing a technical video on this probably tomorrow, showing that in Asia and in London and in the US window this week, there were at least 3 scalable opportunities in every session for all-in opportunities, whether they were session all-ins. We'll talk about sizing, but 2 to 3 scalable opportunities are all you need to significantly compound your trading account. So a lot of traders are focused on getting pips. My whole modus operandi when I go to the screen is, what type of setup do I have? Is it an A triple plus, an A double plus, or an A plus session nail and bail? Now, traders, there are traders trading, 50 lots on a nail and bail, standard size contracts in our community. There are traders trading micro lots in our community. And one of the things I want to point out to traders who are trading micro lots is this: sometimes traders who are trading with small lot sizes will actually take more risk than traders who are trading 50 standards on a trade, because they think that the small dollar amount, they can get in and just take a position and they don't care how much it goes against them. They'll hold on to it in hopes that it inevitably goes in their direction. Now, I'm targeting opportunities where the market is coiling to explode, getting out, locking in the money and walking away, not hanging around, not trading, but hunting the parabolic opportunities. That's it, and moving on with my day. And they happen inevitably almost every day. And there are varying degrees. Obviously, as I just mentioned, we have our A triple pluses. We don't always get the monkey hammers, but we're going to get A double plus, the range opportunities, range expansion opportunities. There's 25 to 30 markets when you look at all the cross rates, the indexes, the metals, and the energies, and even cryptos if you're so inclined. Now, one of the things that I do each day is I spend you know, half an hour at night and an hour in the morning. I'm up at 4:45 and I walk through all the pairs again that I have marked off with signal days. But I'll just walk through the currency pairs. I know that most of them have moved, but I want you to think about something. That exercise alone inevitably accelerated my learning curve exponentially. It didn't matter to me if they'd already moved. What it did do, though, is build my muscle memory on what well-engineered templates look like. So if you're struggling, walk through your instruments, not to look for trades, but to build your muscle memory on the daily process of signal days and how those setups play out the following day, whether they happen in Asia, London, or New York. And traders in the masterclass will recognize that 99 out of 100 of those will typically explode out of a coiled market. So we just mentioned 2 to 3 trades a week are all you need. That's scalable trades, not catching moves, not grabbing a little blow off and scalping here and there. But I'm talking about the opportunities that rinse and repeat. My friend Steven trades the same setup day in and day out, whether it's in the long direction or the short direction. He hits the trade, he manages his risk, he locks in the profits, he leaves a trailer, set and forget, it's already at break even. He'll leave a trailer till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, depending on what day it is, but he either gets stopped out or he locks it in with extra profit on the trailing position. He doesn't hang around, he doesn't stick around to look for other trades. He knows his edge when it presents, he executes the trade, and he's one and done. Now I want to just talk about something for a moment too. A lot of traders are obsessed with the idea of being right about what a market's going to do. And they'll email me, they'll message me, they'll banter back and forth. And I'm going to just say this, I don't care what you do. It's completely irrelevant to me what traders do. I show each and every week the same repeating setups that I look for. And inevitably, as I just mentioned, shorting opportunities. First red days are signal days. Inside days are paramount because they can often be at extremes or near the end of weeks when they trap volume on breakouts of inside days heading into new weeks, as we saw several pairs capitulating out of reversals out of inside day breakouts into the new week. So the signal days are what allows us to target the highest probability / possibility opportunities. Remember what I'm looking for: a daily setup. A market that's going to give me an all-in opportunity. Sometimes, as in gold, I saw that market leave the station in Asia, broke down in London, rebounded off the low of day level without taking out the low of week. PPI exploded down and coiled back up into the 3rd hour for the blow-off move, taking out the low of week, a low-hanging fruit continuation. So it's not about being right, it's about rinse and repeat. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you trade. I don't care what other people's theories are. It's completely irrelevant. Markets only do 3 things. Pick one setup that you resonate and know well. I'm not talking about taking trades everywhere. I'm talking about you growing your trading business on a rinse and repeat blueprint, a trading business blueprint that works on any market, because all markets are the same, and you yourself, the trader, being the variable, can repeat your daily process, your execution of those setups. So one trader yesterday, for example, you know, we got into this little discussion, and I cannot emphasize, traders who are really here doing the daily deed every single day know inevitably how many potholes you will face, analysis paralysis, FOMO. You'll get in too early, you'll go all in, you'll over leverage, you won't have enough leverage on a winning trade, you'll have too much leverage on a losing trade, you won't lock in your loss, you'll let a loss grow. You won't lock in profits, or you'll get out too soon. All these little things that come. 25 years I've spent doing everything right and everything wrong, multiple times in both directions, and then spending years working on, and it's a daily battle still, every single day. You can blow your account up. Peter Brandt talks about this. You're only one massive loss from blowing yourself up. So here's the thing, it doesn't matter to me what anybody does, it doesn't matter to me what anybody says, and it doesn't matter to me what anybody thinks. And I mentioned this to a trader today, the market can care less about people's opinions or what they think. So when traders are convinced they want to be right, they want to argue about stuff, get this and absorb this. To the traders who are doing this and they understand this, continue to do the good work. Congratulations, we have some incredible people in our community that give on a daily basis, who not only are working their tails off, but have years of experience themselves. And as I've mentioned, there are several traders in our community who are trading some very significant size and have continued to grow their trading business. But to people who are locked in on having to be right about markets and, you know, how there's only one way to trade and all these things, my only advice to you is that you are correct. There is only one way to trade, and that is that the trader themselves needs to stick to the plan, whatever that winning plan is. And if you haven't got consistency, take a hard look in the mirror at what the real variables are in your trading business. The bottom line is it's about making money, and it's not about making some, losing some, and hopefully being green at the end of the week. It's about scaling a trading business up in size to whatever size that your objectives are. We have some traders that have really been able to significantly grow their trading accounts over the last couple of years. And as I mentioned, there are some traders who are moving some serious size when they go into the market. The bottom line is you have to be honest with yourself. I said this yesterday, all the excuses and lies I made were my own. And the market doesn't need a lie detector. It's a living, breathing lie detector. It will expose all the lies to you at some point in time that you are telling yourself, if you indeed are telling yourself any lies, whether it's, you know, you're not sticking to the plan, whether you're, you know, you're doing bad behaviors and being rewarded for it, but calling them trades, all of these things. At the end of the day, the market will expose all of them. Master yourself, master your emotions, master any impulsive, random, degenerate, gambling, self-sabotaging type of behaviors. You can do everything right for 99 days, and on the 100th day destroy everything in a matter of hours. And I know that. I've done that. I've told traders repeatedly I've done multiple things wrong again and again and again. And when you finally make a decision that you're not going to do that anymore, you're going to be a shoulder specialist, and then work on a daily basis to remove, reduce, eliminate, replace any type of behavior that is potentially damaging or self-sabotaging in your life. And then focus on continuous progress, not only in growing your trading business, but growing yourself as a trader, your expertise, your skill set, your ability to continue to improve in all areas, 1% better every single day. And when you have that growth mindset and you're working in the direction of constant progress, inevitably you also are in the moment when you're at the screen, behind the keyboard, with that mouse in your hand. As I've said this week, every day have a discussion with your chief mouse clicker, because that is the individual who is the largest threat to the growth of your trading business. Anybody who's clicking the mouse, if they do not have edge when they get into the market, you're rolling the dice. It can go either direction, but if you really want to get things to a certain size and continue to grow the trading business over the long term, maybe even generational, continue to work in a direction of constant progress. Tomorrow we'll have a technical video out later going over all the opportunities almost every single day this week in every session, whether they were nail and bails or range opportunities for A++ trades. Keep it simple. Step back, be patient. The 10 a.m. club has been rewarded this week as well, keeping things very, very simple. Step on the gas when the opportunity is there, and when it's not there, knowing to stay away from garbage charts. Love you and appreciate you, traders. Have a great day, and may the markets go with you.